Yo, what is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the NXT Roundup Week 9, baby. Episode 9, Glenn. This has been going on for 9 weeks. It's always a pleasure to catch up with you and shoot the shit, talk about what's going on in the world of the NXT Roundup. This is one of your hosts, the bald, the beard, the fucking beautiful, the dad bod god himself, Piers Austin, and once again, I am joined by that magnificent one himself, the one-ton sex machine, Glenn Sexton. What's up, big man?
Not much. What is up, bro?
Not a lot, man. Not a lot. Keen to get into this show tonight. Or this morning for you, brother. We've just had daylight savings, so my time clock is all fucked up. But before we go any further, man, I think we should take a quick pause for the coals, if you will, to thank some of those amazing sponsors that help us keep the lights on up in this bitch every single week.
All right, here we go.
First up is healthvape.com. Healthvape.com is your healthy vaping alternative, guys. All of their products are no nicotine, no nasty or addictive chemicals, and they are vitamin infused, guys. So go and check out healthvape.com and check out some of their vape and pod products. Use promo code MWA pod to get a 10% discount on your final purchase. Oh, they're so good.
And then we have sleeves.com, where they have dirty boxers, headbands, armbands, everything that your athletic person in your life needs. We also have an MWA pod code for a 10% discount. Go check them out at sleeves.com.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And make sure that you check out everything that we got going on over here on the MWA Podcast Network. We're streaming on twitch.tv/MWA World and MWA Podcast Network on YouTube. Sorry, man, I got flowing. But, and, you know, guys, you can catch amazing shows like this. You can also catch Killing the Business, hosted by the Kingpin Angel, the former ECW original, the leader of the Baldies, King of the Streets, with King Mega and Sexton every single Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, which is now on a Saturday at 11 a.m. Australian time. You can also get Funked, hosted by Alan Kiwi Funk, former WCW and TNA star, and Lucha Pro USA as well. You can tune into his show every Thursday or every every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, which is 10 a.m. Australian time on a Wednesday morning. So make sure you check that show out. He's got amazing guests coming on. You've also got Knights of the Gimmick Table, hosted by the Dead Presidents, Boogaloo, and my boy Lowrider. These guys, man, they have a really fun show every single week. They're bringing on people that they've ridden up and down the roads with, man. They're independent tag team wrestling legends, bro. Like every people, that are on the indies that you speak to, you say the Dead Presidents, and they speak about both in a very high regard. Great show. I never miss an episode. You can also get Wrestling with Sports, the NXT Roundup, Shooting the Shit Uncensored with me, and the Funk and Kingpin show. But guys, make sure you check us out on wherever you get your podcasts on MWA Podcast Network. You can also check out our website, mwapodcastnetwork.com, to keep up to date with all of our latest shows, our upcoming shows, past shows. Links to everything are there, plus links to our new merch store, storefrontier.com/MWA World. Go check it out. You've got t-shirts, hoodies, singlets, tank tops, baby onesies, masks, beer stubby holders, and beer koozies are what they call it in America. But go and check it out, guys. But Glenn, it's another week of NXT, bro. What was your overall thought of the show? Did you enjoy it?
I did. I actually sat down and just watched it. I didn't write anything down because I was tired. I was like, I ain't writing stuff down, so I printed out results. But I was watching it, and it's all right. It was pretty good. Didn't really think anything bad about it. It was just there, like it usually is. But then sometimes we usually have something bad to say about it. But
well, I mean, dude, the night started off with Toxic Attraction making the way down to the ring, and dude, a couple things about the Toxic Attraction whole gimmick and get up, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I really felt Mandy Rose was sort of pushing the boundaries of that edgier NXT product. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
the clothing was very like almost like attitude era-esque for a female performer to be wearing. But, power to her, man, to go out there in that sort of outfit and to have the confidence. And she looked amazing. I'm not going to say that she didn't, but it's definitely, you're seeing, I think that's one of the signs that we're seeing a more edgier product with NXT. Would you agree?
Oh yeah, it looks like it's going to be edgier.
What's up, Lowrider?
The attire that Mandy was wearing was very, very, very suggestive. Like, I'm not going to say nothing bad about it. I'm a guy. I mean, I'm sure Piers can agree with that. I'm sure he's a man too. But
last time I checked.
All right, there you go. See, but I mean, I think this is the right route to go with NXT. Be a little bit more edgier. It's kind of weird you couldn't do it when the logo was dark. Like, you couldn't do that. But now, okay, you got the logo that came from Sesame Street. And now we're going to do edgier stuff. Now we're going to do more like cuss words and more revealing clothing and stuff like that. I'm like, all right. Okay, whatever.
Well, look, I mean, there's nothing wrong with going out and wearing that. It wasn't to the point where it was overly revealing, but it had that connotation to it. And look, to be honest, they're going for that. Lowrider said she looked hot. I agree. She looked amazing. There's no doubt about that. But onto the match, man. Ember Moon came out. This was I quite enjoyed this match. It wasn't anything too overly that I could pick apart. What did you think?
I mean, it was a good match. I wished, I don't know, like we've seen Ember like saying she needed to change some things and stuff, and it looks like she hasn't really changed anything.
Yeah, look, I think she's on the cusp of that heel turn. I mean, Mandy Rose over strong. They're definitely building Mandy to be that top female heel in NXT. And look, I'm not mad at it. Like, the promos that I've seen from her, like even her style in the ring, like it's she seems a bit more relaxed in the ring. Like, I know she seems to be moving a little bit more free flowing, it seems to me. Look, I could be wrong. I've never taken a bump, but I'm just saying what I see when you break it down. Ember Moon, I don't know what they're doing, but like, even they could have built something at the end of that defeat, like seeing her in the ring, like frustrated, like, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, show that frustration, or give her a 5-second promo in the back with the camera and like, hey, Ember, can we get a, you know what I mean? Like, give that character some development instead of just her like being jobbed out. You know what I mean? Like, week after week. Again, Mandy, they're building to be that top star. Don't get me wrong, but I think that they need to make sure that they remember Ember's there too, and I think she's a hell of a talent. And they definitely planted some sort of seeds for something to do with her there.
Yeah, I feel like with the new talent coming in, she's going to get lost in the fold. Like, especially if she doesn't change things up.
Look, she can only change up what they allow her to change up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they have very strict rules. Like, if they want to get a tattoo, it depends where they want to get the tattoo, when they want to, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's not like, okay, I want to go and shave my head this week. You know what I mean? Like, there's a process of approval that they have to get through. Who knows? She could have been pitching ideas for the last 6 months, and they're just gone, nah. Because they may not see anything in her, unfortunately, but like, I think Ember Moon's a hell of a talent. I'd like to see her go heel. I'd like to see what she could bring to the table in that role. But when they're building Mandy as that top female heel, in the company, like, where are you going to have her sit?
Right. I don't know. I mean, I do like Ember Moon. I loved her ever since she came into NXT, but I don't know. Like, I know that they're strict on what they want and how to change it and everything. But I mean, let her run with one of her ideas. She might have something that might stick to the wall that you guys don't have. I mean, a lot of people tend to have that in the back, but I don't know. They just won't roll with it sometimes, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I completely agree, dude. Following that, we saw Legado del Fantasma promo. you know, it's kind of obvious that Swerve is going to drop the title. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's pretty blatantly obvious that we're going to see Swerve. We've seen Hit Row getting drafted over to over to SmackDown, and to be honest, like, bro, like, for my looking at this, dude, they're not ready. Like, Swerve, absolutely, bro. Like, Swerve has been ready pretty much from out the gate, bro. Like, he could go there. He is a phenomenal performer. I've been a huge admirer of his work. I've watched him for years on the indies, and I really, really enjoy his stuff. The Legado del Fantasma, solid promo. Again, I keep going back. Why did they draft Hit Row while he's a champion of NXT? Then they're going to put him in a championship match to defend the title. Okay, man. Like, I will be surprised if Swerve actually, if they have him go over Escobar. I would be very, very surprised if they had him go over, because, like, what do they then do with that title, that NXT mid-card title? Have him go up to SmackDown, come out with it, defend it maybe once or twice on SmackDown, and then he goes back to NXT? Because remember, that's what they did with Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. They brought him back up for one or two shows, and then they're like, nah, back to NXT. There's got to be a reason why that sort of shit happens, and, like, that could be a possibility with these guys, because I think that, that match with B-Fab last week, her second match on television, to put her in a no holds barred, a hardcore match, whatever you want to call it, it just showed her lack of skill in that ring. You know what I mean? Like, that was a few moments in that match last week. But I'm getting off topic. Legado del Fantasma, I think, Escobar has definitely earned himself that spot for that title. I think he is a phenomenal performer, amazing on mic, amazing in ring. I think as well that the guys that they've got in with him also solid performers, and also Elektra Lopez as well, who just looks like an absolute beast. Like, she's incredible.
Yeah, like I'm becoming more fan of Phantasma. Like, they're growing on me. For the longest time, I really didn't like them that much, because I was like, but now I'm like, I actually do like them. They're really good. When we found out Hit Row went to SmackDown on Friday, like right after Killing the Business, we were like, what? Like, me and Piers were like, what? Like, because I agree with Piers on this. Like, Swerve, ready. He was ready yesterday. The rest of them, what the hell? What? Why? Like, are you trying to turn SmackDown into Raw? What are you doing? Like, no, stop it. I don't know. This whole draft was very questionable. I mean, hell, we've got Hodge, Ridge, SmackDown. And a couple other people, I think. Oh, Austin Theory. He's going to Raw.
Yeah.
Which is weird, but okay. But once again, he was on Raw too, but went back to NXT. But I don't know. I guess people.
But that's the thing, bro. Like, he was on Raw, wasn't he? Wasn't he with Seth Rollins' gimmick?
He was with the Messiah for a little bit.
But didn't he get into trouble? That's why they sent him back down.
Probably. I don't know what for though.
There was something in the dirt sheets about, if you can look that up, that'd be great.
Yes.
But look, I think that the moves are definitely to shake things up. I think they want to give, like, even SmackDown and Raw a different look for what it is. But even then, like, I think that by bringing some of these greener guys over into Raw and SmackDown, is it going to expose them even more that they're not ready to be in that spot, or it's going to put the pressure on them to get better while they're on the road, while they're traveling around, to really understand what they need to do to get to that top spot and to be at that level that they need to be at? Because otherwise, like, you look at someone like a Nia Jax, who is, like, injured countless amount of people. How do you then, you know what I mean? Like, would you say that she's green, like, wasn't trained properly or didn't get enough training or time down in NXT? only her and the WWE trainers are going to be the ones who can confirm or deny that. But that's another thing that you need to take into consideration, putting people up there that aren't ready to be in that spot. But anyway, I digress. Next up, Glenn, we had LA Knight versus Odyssey Jones. What were your thoughts on that one, dude?
Sorry, I was busy doing research for you. But no, it was a good match. It was a decent match. I mean, honestly thought Odyssey was going to win. Like, because I mean, they're hyping him up real big.
Dude, like, I think with LA Knight, like, I don't know, dude. Like, I really enjoy his work, man. I'm going to be honest. I enjoy watching what he does. I enjoy his in-ring. I enjoy his promos. I've said before, it's a little bit Rock-esque. I agree with Mark Henry on that one. But Odyssey Jones kind of gives me that Keith Lee vibe, but just less. You know what I mean? Like, there's just, you know what I mean? Like, he's good, but he's not at that level.
Right. Like, oh no.
Lowrider says Nia ain't green. She's just reckless. I agree.
Yeah. She knows what she's doing. She just thinks, I think it's the mentality of she's the baddest woman there and all that. And
who
she's
knows,
just,
man?
But
who knows?
Whatever.
Who
but
knows? Either she could be full of her own shit, or she could just be, like Lowrider said, just fucking reckless.
But I think LA needed this win because he already lost twice with Braun in the NXT championship match. So he needed this win, but the way he got it was kind of fucking stupid and dumb. Chase came out, Chase U.
Yeah.
Mr. Chris Nowinski 2.0 got in the face of Odyssey and everything, pushed the foot away from the rope to make sure there was no rope break. It was like, all right, cool. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Odyssey beat the crap out of him.
I agree, bro. Like, and that's the thing. LA Knight plays that heel role to perfection. Odyssey Jones, the green, up and coming guy. Look, it was a decent match. Andre Chase interference at the end. They're going to build towards something with him and Odyssey, which is pretty good. LA Knight, he gets the win, but where does LA Knight go from here, dude? Like, as far as from a booking standpoint for you, what position can you put him in on the NXT roster?
I don't even know. I mean, because honestly, I would have put him with the NXT championship. That's how I would have done it. Like, all right, so he lost to Braun. Okay, got it. But why not win the NXT championship? It kind of makes it
that was bullshit. Like, that was just like, it was just, it was pointless booking.
It was.
I mean, just pointless booking.
You could have done what you always done and put Braun with a guy that was going to get jobbed out instead of putting him with LA Knight. Like, you do it countless times. Why not do it there? I don't get that, because I think LA is damn good. He's good on the mic. He's good in the ring. Give him a championship. He's going to make it probably the biggest championship ever. Because you need guys to elevate the NXT championship. Because I mean, you got it coming off of Joe, who's being injured from something who nobody knows.
Apparently there is no injury.
Apparently now.
Well, yeah, dude, no, like there is no injury from what I've heard. Is like, it was something to do with like a contract dispute. Like, on his previous contract, it had like X amount of concussions or something along that. Like, don't quote me on it. Like, going off like rough, like stuff that I've heard here and there.
Right.
But I heard there was no injury. But like, that comes to the point. Then why the fuck put the belt on him in the first place?
Right. I mean, that's wasted time right there. Like, I mean, the idea of Joe having the championship was amazing. I loved it. I love the idea of Joe having the championship. But for him to win it and then 3 weeks later, 2 weeks later, I got to relinquish it. I got injured. So I'm gonna drop the title. That's just ridiculous. That's bogus, dude. That's ridiculous,
dude. That's how the wrestling world works sometimes, man. It's just
I
fucking
know.
crazy, bro. Following that, we saw a Cameron Grimes interview where Grimes is looking for love, ladies.
Yeah, this is kind of weird.
He's laying down the Southern charm, baby.
This is kind of weird. I have to go with Barrett. Like, why the hell is everybody looking for love all of a sudden?
The funny thing is, then, like, even Pete Dunn interrupts it, and they have a match tonight. Like, what a fucking weird segue to go into a match. This guy's sitting there proclaiming love, and then like Pete Dunn comes out talking shit, and like Grimes is like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, that was the best part. He was no selling. He's like, yeah, whatever. I'll see you in the fucking ring. Here, ladies, how you doing? I'm like, okay, all right. Guess we're having a match.
It was I just found it kind of silly though.
It was.
Like, it just, like, what the fuck? But why put Pete Dunn in that situation where the guy's like, yeah, whatever, bro?
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. I mean, that's another guy, Pete. Like, he deserves better. Better clothes, better everything.
Oh, bro. Then we saw Tommaso Ciampa promo in the ring. Halloween Havoc looking for a match, looking for an opponent. Makes reference to Bron Breakker. Breakker comes out. Really entertaining promo from both guys, in my opinion. Breakker versus Ciampa, Halloween Havoc, NXT Championship match. You know what, dude? I don't see them. They could go for a swerve here and a takeover, or Halloween Havoc takeover. They could do a complete swerve, bro, and they could just fucking put the title on Breakker. But like, even then, like, that's like a Goldberg type fucking push.
Yeah, it's a big push. Like, I don't know. I mean, I honestly want to see Braun get it. I want to see him. I want to see what he could do. Like, give him the title. Let's see. Fuck it. I mean, they're giving him the ability to cuss on camera. They're giving him basically an ability to do whatever he wants. So why not? Just strap the rocket to him. Do it. You know you want to. Like, just do it.
But come on, man. Like, this early on, like, what, 3 weeks in?
Hey, man. Like, some crazier shit's happened in wrestling.
Dude, yeah, okay.
They'll do it. Like, I mean, come on. They put a women's championship on a guy. Come on, guy. Come on. I mean, why not? Come on now, Harvey Whippleman.
Dude, yeah, that's going back. Like, come on.
Come on.
Okay.
On. All right. Santino Marella winning Mrs. WrestleMania. That's more recent.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Then we see Kyle O'Reilly and Von Wagner backstage.
Oh, your favorite emo promo.
Emo Kyle back.
Listen, I don't need anybody. I don't need anybody on my side. I don't trust anybody.
Dude, I agree. Travis Lee in the house said put a decent name on the guy before you put a belt on him. Yeah, dude, either that or call him Steiner and reference, his lineage, bro, and just say this is, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, put some.
He
fucking
looks impressive. He looks like a Steiner. He talks like a Steiner because he is a fucking Steiner. And I don't know why they don't just call him Steiner. Just one, like, I keep going back to that. But anyway, I digress.
We all go back
Emo
to that.
Kyle tells Wagner to stay out of his way, that he has trust issues.
I have trust issues. I've been through bad relationships the past year. Was that a Michael Jackson thing?
I have no idea, dude.
Jesus Christ.
I was just goofing off, but fuck, it sounded good.
I guess.
Maybe it didn't. Then we see Joe Gacy promo, man. We're seeing promo. Like, dude, they need to like put a match in between some of these promos because that's like 3, 1, 2, 3. four backstage segments in a row. Like, you know what I mean? Like, try and put some sort of match in between it, guys. Like, really, you know. But anyway, Joe Gacy promo. His gimmick now is starting to make more sense to me, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's gonna be like a cult leader.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Because, which I get. I mean, hell, in the entrance, he had like a peace symbol behind him.
Yeah, bro. Like,
and I was like, all right.
They could be going some real dark Charles Manson type shit with him.
I know. That's why I said I want to see more. And you were like, you want to see more of that? I'm like, yeah, I want to see more of that. I want to see where it goes.
Hearing the music kind of like triggered it for me, and like he's making the gimmick his own. Like he's delivering on it, dude. He's showing what he can do. And the start, I didn't understand the gimmick, but now it's sort of starting to resonate with me what this guy's going to do.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I think he, to be honest, is, you know, he's a really good worker. I enjoy his matches. I've watched him for the probably last nearly 10 plus years, watching some of his stuff on the indies over the years. And he's really developed into a great performer, man. And I think he's going, you know, could definitely be a main eventer in that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, I hope I don't know. Like, I don't want them to go all Wyatt with it. Like, let it be its own thing. Let him do his own thing. Like, they're doing it right. Like, they're bringing up the controversy with people not liking him, wanting to get canceled and everything. Like, it's good. See, they're set. Just fucking stay the course.
But even the end, like, to me, like, we'll get into the match, but you know, he's trolling the trolls, bro.
Oh yeah,
yeah, he's trolling the fucking trolls. You know, and fuck, man, if that's the way he's gonna go, like, if it's gonna go down, like, keep doing it, man. Because to be honest, I'm starting to enjoy it. The first promo, I was like, what the fuck? Now I'm sort of going, okay, I see where this is going. Then we see Indy Hartwell backstage with Persia, talking about the Index honeymoon. You know, Persia, aka Steph DeLander, Sydney Australian professional wrestler. You know, someone who I've had on Shooting the Shit Uncensored for a conversation, which was great. You can check that out on our YouTube channel and all our podcast networks, all wherever you find podcasts. But yeah, man, Persia coming into the play being her best friend from Australia. You know, from my understanding, they actually are best friends in Shoot. But it's actually interesting to see, because it's like you can see that they've now transitioned Indy, I think, from the Gargano family. Like, you're seeing Austin Theory going over to Raw, and you're seeing this. And I think that's probably to have time for Candice LeRae to have time off, because she's, I think, due in the next couple of months. Or I don't know, I could be wrong on that, but the timing. But I think that's probably the way they're going to segue. I just hope that, you know, with Indy Hartwell, they've really shown like a lot of good comedy chops with her, like some amazing character work. And I think that they could do the exact same with Persia. She has, you know, she's amazing in the ring. And I think that she could be really entertaining as a solo act, but seeing them together is still better. It's still better. Seeing them together is better than not seeing them at all.
Yeah.
But you know, it's kind of a throwaway, you know, moment sort of thing talking about that. Then they walked in on Boa and Mei Ying, like breathing mist and smoke and shit, and the doors being slammed. Like, again, perfect. You know, just absolutely, you know, great sort of stuff, like their facial reactions to it. So it's amazing seeing both of them on WWE television.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what they're going to do with them. I didn't think like maybe this is the way they kind of fall away from the way. Oh, that's stupid. Anyway, but like, I mean, all things got to come to an end. I mean, hopefully they can like come back to it, because I do like Johnny Gargano in that situation with Indy and Loomis. It's so good. It's funny. But I mean, if they got to figure out a way to derail it for Candice to have the baby, totally get it, totally understand it. But yeah, I think we're going to see some good things from Persia.
But again, in that moment, bro, you know, you're seeing a more edgier product. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like the conversation turning to some pretty, you
Well,
know what I
I
mean?
know,
Like,
I know, freaky.
yeah. But you know what I mean? But even then, like, oh yeah, we went through 7 packets. You know,
Jesus
like,
Christ.
you know, that sort of shit. But you know what I mean? Like that's the kind of like edgier shit that we saw years ago.
Yeah.
And I think that now you're sort of starting to see them dip the toe in a little bit with it to see what they can get away with. And I think that that's probably, you know, in a way to compete with AEW and their product. Basically, I think that they had to do it like 20 something years ago, but off nearly 30 years ago,
Yeah.
when WCW is in town. I think that they're trialing it with NXT and seeing what they can get away with, and I think you'll start seeing that sort of trickle up on Raw and SmackDown as well.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking about. I was like, man, like, okay, you guys are probably testing this out for NXT, and then you're probably going to transfer it to Raw and SmackDown, which they should have done plenty of times. And I'm sure everybody who's an Attitude Era mark be like, this is what I want. I want the TV 14 kind of stuff. I don't want the PG stuff. But
Right?
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing it again. I mean, the Attitude Era was awesome, but there's a lot of things you can't do or say anymore because, good Lord, cancel culture is
Yeah,
heavy.
But that's the thing. They got Joe Gacy, who's like poking that bear at the moment, isn't he?
Oh yeah, which I
With that
love
character.
because I mean, I hate cancel culture. I don't like them. I love trolling them too. So this character here, I'm like, all right, I like it. My guy. That'd be me as a wrestler. Even though I wouldn't wrestle in a button-up shirt, that wouldn't be me. Couldn't do it. Be like, mm-mm.
Yeah, no, I agree, dude. You know, then we saw Joe Gacy versus Jiro. Bro, like the pocket punches, what the fuck?
I don't know. I don't get Jiro. I mean, I understand. I understand.
He's a fun character, bro.
Yeah, he
He's
is.
he's a fun gimmick, bro.
He's
I'm not saying
popular.
that, but
I
like,
get that, but I'm gonna put my hands in my pockets and I'm gonna beat the crap out of you, and somehow they're more effective. What? That makes no sense whatsoever.
bro, it's just to sell more merch, man.
I get it.
You know, but I
wait,
suppose like he's had the character for a while, so like, what can you really say?
he better. Did you see the closet full of freaking jackets?
Yeah, that was insane.
I was like, okay, that's
I
way
was
too.
like, what?
That's way too fucking much. You don't need that many jackets. That's coming from me only owning one jacket.
You're an animal.
Just
but
one.
What do you think of the match besides the pocket pussy? The pocket.
About the pocket what, Pierce?
The pocket punches. The pocket punches.
Oh, the punches. It was an okay match. You knew what was going to happen. Gacy went over with the springboard clothesline, which is nice. I like it. I mean, it doesn't beat a clothesline from hell or anything, but I'd rather take a clothesline from hell than I'm gonna flip and then do a clothesline. Like,
yeah,
but,
dude, I don't know, man. Like about the finish, dude. But hey, man, it shows how athletic he is. But what?
Yeah, I'm down with showing how athletic you are. That's cool, but I'm just like, I don't know about that because it's one thing that you could fuck yourself up on. Like one misstep, and they're like, ah, shit, broke my arm. I can't really jump back up and do a clothesline now.
And you know what, dude? Like you look at you know that match afterwards as well, like him hugging Jiro,
Yeah.
like hugging,
shaking his hand, and Jiro's just like, "What is going on?"
He's like, "What the fuck, bro?" But
did you just cancel out my jacket? Fuck you. That's basically what I thought.
But you know what? Even after that, you see him walking, and then you see like the big, like bald-headed, tatted up dude staring at Gacy. Man, that's where I started to think that they're going to go for like a cult leader type gimmick. Mm-hmm. I just hope it does, because like remember that's how Bray Wyatt's character started, right? Like you know, and those promos were amazing, by the way. But
oh yeah,
yeah. But like you look at. I really hope they don't try and do it again, like a Bray Wyatt 2.0 with Gacy, because I think that he's better than that.
Yeah.
And they can do something way better than that. Like, I think if they can do it right, I think they can do something unique with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because when I saw the big guy, I'm like, okay, all right, I know what's going on. Cool. But I'm with you. Please don't be Wyatt 2.0. Please. Like, you can't, first off, you can't do it again. Like, Wyatt did great with it.
Yeah.
Second off, you need something new. You can't, no. Because, I mean, honestly, with Wyatt, he did the Fiend. Where do you go after that? You kind of have to stay doing the Fiend, and you can't be doing that. You can't put yourself in the corner, be like, well, just don't do it.
We don't think it. I don't think it's going to go to the Fiend level, but I think that I don't want it to be like Bray Wyatt 2013 or 12. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, stay out of the fucking woods.
Yeah, exactly. Because you've kind of seen that with what's his name? Elias doing that sort of shit.
Yeah,
like playing guitar previously. I saw, but
yeah, I saw that too.
Anyway, I digress. Gacy over Jiro, hugging after the match, staring down with a skinhead after the match. Again, I think that there's some great work to be done there with Gacy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Then we saw a Duke Hudson promo.
Oh God, I didn't like it.
He's a fucking gambler now. Like, that's his gimmick.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Neither do I, dude. They were building him as this cocky, arrogant, sort of dude. You know what I mean? No, I didn't like it. Yeah,
I was like, all right, Duke, all right, cool, awesome. And then for a minute, I got sidetracked for a second because I saw him. I thought Daniel Bryan for a second, and I'm like, wait a minute, fuck, what the hell am I watching? And it's Duke Hudson. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, cool, whatever. And then he starts talking about poker, and I'm like, what? Because he's like, I don't care if it's your belt or your money, I'm taking all of it. And I'm like, no. Like, why?
Yeah, exactly.
Dude. He comes out to Kenny Rogers, I'm losing it. I'm just losing it. I'm done. Like, nope, Piers, this show's getting canceled. I'm done.
Yeah. Man. You know, moving on, we had Cora Jade, who was going to face Virginia. Frankie Monet comes out, smashes down Virginia. Mm-hmm. Now it's Cora Jade versus Frankie Monet. Mm-hmm. You know, Monet pretty much beating the fucking living piss out of Jade. Oh, yeah. Troy Baxter comes out. That fucking stomp in like face first into the ground. That was some nasty looking shit.
Oh yeah,
nasty looking shit. You know, Jade gets a shocking upset win. You know what? Like, I see Frankie Monet and I see her with the Robert Stone brand, and I got to ask you this. They could do so much more with Robert Stone that it ain't funny.
Yeah, they could.
He's an amazing performer. He's lost a lot of size.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, like, for him, like, they could do so much more with him. They could, like, obviously make him a serious type character and you know, put him in a more impelling storyline, or even put him on, you know, NXT television. You know, he's good on the mic, he's good in the ring, but, you know, this goofy type of role, where, like, is this where it's going to be his career for him, is like doing that? I think that he deserves so much more.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I know he did Robbie E back in TNA. I mean, let's take it as it was. I mean, yeah, it was Jersey Shore. It was a little bit of Zack Ryder. That was basically their answer to Zack Ryder from WWE. But like, I mean, now you have him here as Robert Stone. I mean, I get the manager comedy kind of thing of it, but like I said, he's good. Like, I hope they can do something different with him. I would love to see that, because good Lord, I don't want to look at him and be like, God, stop looking like Prince, please. Just like do something different, please. Because like I don't know. Like, I hope it's not. It better not. I hope they do something more serious with him. I was kind of shocked that Frankie lost. I thought she was going to win. I honestly did.
Shocking upset, bro. Like
It was shocking.
So, again, it was kind of like a throwaway match. It was a decent match. They could have given Cora Jade a little bit to get in there, but I guess they wanted to go with that shocking upset win and play her as the underdog. But it just seems funny considering her promo last week where she was like, the confidence and stuff. It would have been good to see some of that confidence in the ring and being able to get some spots in, a few more spots in from the match than what I saw. But yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. And somehow I see this a little bit kind of like Braun Breaker with LA Knight a little bit. It's like this kind of, because when I saw it, I was like, this kind of feels familiar. And then I was like, oh shit, this happened a couple weeks ago. But hopefully, like Frank, they'll probably have a program. I'm sure they will. Frank will be like beating the crap out of her backstage somewhere. Then they'll have a match, maybe Halloween Havoc. Who knows? I mean, good match. Nice little shock. Little ending. Definitely shocked me.
Well, the way things are going, man, who knows what they're gonna, have happen there? But we see a backstage, all-out brawl with MSK, Grizzled Young Vets, Carmelo Hayes, Josh Briggs, both their partners going at it. Again, another pull apart. You see Ciampa, backstage and Gacy. Gacy coming up and then laying down the challenge, and Ciampa and even saying to be included, to be in, like all that sort of shit. Like he's pushing that barrier,
Right.
And I can see WWE just sitting there and I think if it gets too far, like we could have another Muhammad Hassan situation where they just go, you were too good at your job, so now we have to release you.
Right.
I hope that doesn't happen. I hope it doesn't get to that level, but like they're playing with that sort of like thing with cancel culture and that sort of nature. So, I hope that it doesn't go to that point. But anyway, man, I think that if Gacy wins next week, he gets added to gets added to a match at Halloween Havoc. I don't see Gacy winning. I don't see Gacy being added into this. I think
No, I don't see it. Now, if he does, I could definitely see the big guy from earlier helping him out with it and somehow winning the match. And then this is how I see it. This is now I'm going Piers booking with it. This is what I'm going to do because I love Piers's booking, but at the same time, this is what I see. All right, Gacy actually wins against Tommaso. It's not going to be clean. Fuck no, it's not going to be clean. Come on now. Then they have the match for Halloween Havoc, Braun Breaker, Gacy, and Ciampa. Fucking Ciampa out of the ring. He's not there. Because he's got to look strong. But Breaker pins Gacy to become new NXT champion. That's how I could see it go down. But
that's some creative thinking there, Glenn.
Well, thank you, Piers. From watching a lot of wrestling.
I don't know, man.
But I'm with you. I don't see him winning. But if he does, that's how I see him entering the match. How so far, but we'll see.
Yep. Then we see Pete Dunne versus Cameron Grimes. What were your thoughts, Glenn? I'm going to let you take the reins on this one at first.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad match. It was okay. I mean, I know Grimes can go. We've seen him go plenty of times. Dunn definitely can. He can fucking go plenty of times. It was a decent match. Kyle O'Reilly ended up getting involved in it. Well, I mean, Ridge Holland almost clubbed Grimes in the head, so I mean, fair enough. But got involved. Kyle O'Reilly got thrown into the announce table. Well, he missed the table by a mile. He hit the chairs. And then I honestly thought Grimes was going to win this one, but I always think something's going to happen, but it doesn't happen. But Grimes was close. But then at the end, Pete Dunne got the win, the victory, which I kind of knew it was going to happen. but I kind of figured like, oh, I'll probably give Grimes a win. But I was like, nah, Glenn, you're stupid. Stop it. But Pete Dunne ended up winning, and then they beat down Kyle O'Reilly towards the end, and then our boy Von Wagner comes out to even the odds a little bit. Well, no, he didn't. He came out the end, but helped out and everything. It seemed like Kyle O'Reilly and Von Wagner were kind of like getting close and everything. Like, oh, okay, I got a pal, I got a buddy, blah blah blah. And then they had a backstage segment. They have a tag match next week with Holland, Pete Dunne.
Does Von Wagner sound like the ultimate creator wrestler name on the video game?
Yeah. I didn't notice this, but I didn't notice this like when I've seen him the last couple times. But last night I noticed it. His brow, dude, is so huge. I was like, what the because I was like, dude, you could put
it looked like a couple of slugs on his face.
I was like, you could put something on there and it would stay. And I was like, poor guy. But I mean, looks impressive. We get to see finally a second match from him, so get to see what he's more about.
Yeah, absolutely. But
what did you think of the match, Pierce?
I thought it was solid. I thought it was solid, man. I enjoyed it. I think they could have had a bit of a better match personally, but definitely wasn't angry about it. Emo Kyle coming out to jump Holland and Dunn, and then Emo Kyle left laying. I don't know, dude. I just feel like they beat this guy down so much. Like it's now like getting to the point. Like I get that you want to get sympathy on him for being the baby face, but damn, man, how many times we're gonna see this motherfucker get laid out, bro?
Dude, he gets laid out like, constantly.
You know what I mean? Like to a point, they have to make him look strong. But he goes in and has these banger matches, but they need to make it a little bit more where he gets, where he's the one sort of standing tall at the end of it. That's what I'd like to see because I think he is a good character. And I think he is a good performer, I should say. I just think he's the puppy dog promos, bro, are just getting a little bit old for me, man.
Yeah, because like as soon as he came on the screen, I was like, "Oh God, Pierce has something to talk about tomorrow." I love Kyle. I love Kyle to death in the ring, but he does need to work on character a little bit, just 100%, a little.
100%, bro. Well, that's the thing, man. Like his in-ring stuff speaks for itself, bro. Like he is a fucking amazing performer. Like that dude can go. But I just think like. I don't know, like it depends what they want him to be portrayed as well, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're giving him like notes and feedback saying this is what we want you to be. This, and working with him. I think that if he gets a little bit of that creative freedom himself, like you've seen what happened with Daniel Bryan, where he blew up out of nowhere from just, a yes chant and a no chant and really became like that sort of reaction you didn't see. And, maybe he's that sort of next star coming through, where he can give that and deliver that, bro. But, if they, again, if they don't give him a chance to do it,
true,
he's not going to have a chance. But next we saw a promo from Hit Row, which was the same shit that we saw last week.
Yep. Nope, shouldn't be on SmackDown.
Well, dude, Swerve, yes.
Yes, Swerve, yes.
The rest of them, no. And honestly, like, I'm surprised that they took the whole lot of them. I'm surprised that they're moving them from NXT so quick. But man, diamonds are made under pressure, right?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Then we saw the debut of Tony D'Angelo versus Malik Blade.
Yeah.
All right, you go. What were your thoughts of Tony D'Angelo?
It was okay. Maybe a little overhyped a bit. I mean, I didn't see much that caught my eye. Like, he had like the finish was good. It was a fisherman neckbreaker suplex pinning combo. It was pretty good. I like that. Definitely have to see him a couple more times. I loved his vignettes on NXT. We've talked about him plenty of times. Talking about the Italian mafia character. I like it. Even we're wrestling in the sweatpants and the white tank top. I was like, all right, that's pretty cool. Just talking the whole match through, like, all right, I get that. That's stereotypical. I get it. But I mean, it was a good match. It was all right. I didn't really, like I said, didn't really catch my.
It was a basic match, bro.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean.
I
Like,
mean, they both had good licks in. Like both were on the ropes.
Talking about getting good licks in. Good morning.
Oh my god.
So getting right back into it, Glenn. Yeah, look, Tony D'Angelo trying to bribe the ref at the beginning. I kind of popped for that.
I love how Tony is so over with the crowd, and it was his first match.
I was too, man. I was surprised, but you know what? Like, do you reckon NXT are piping in the noise at some points?
Well, yeah. I mean, they have to because it's a small crowd, and you don't think small crowds are going to sound that loud. But I think honestly, the crowd was actually like Tony. I was like, damn, dude, Tony, you haven't even wrestled once, and you're over. What the hell?
Oh, dude, like 100%. And you know, like the thing is as well, right? Like is this a mafia gimmick?
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't. It looks like a tough guy gimmick, sort of. That doesn't. I mean, he's portrayed as a mafia guy because he's done some jobs where he's got to get rid of some people.
But let me ask you this: like, if that's the way that it's going to go down as a mafia style gimmick, in any mafia movie, have you ever noticed anything about the maid guys?
You're gonna have to help me out here. I don't watch that many mafia movies.
All right, so you look at the appearance of them. None of them have ponytails. All of them are clean shaven, right?
Oh, right.
Like they, you know what I mean? That is just the look. You know what I mean? Like I even think that years ago they had and don't quote me on this, and I could be wrong, or maybe I've watched one too many, mafia movies. But like I think also there was a rule that like they couldn't get tattoos, but I don't know. I could be completely wrong on that. But anyway, like I think it's an interesting enough character that they've got for him. Could this be the FBI 2021? Could it be the Mama Luke's 2021? And find him a partner and have a stable. If they were going to go the full mafia style gimmick, then why not have him come out and like have him seen in like a suit and tie and like have him come out looking like money and talking like that, like he's the fucking boss. Because that to me is
you silly man. All the suit money went to Escobar. We can't do it anymore. That's probably like Tony. Like, can I get a suit? And then all of a sudden, no. All the money's on Escobar and his guys. We can't do any more suits. Like even though we're supposed to dress up real nice for like backstage and stuff like that, but no suit for you.
Anyway, decent enough match. As I said, just basic. Wasn't anything spectacular. Wasn't in anything that I saw, which blew my mind. Yeah. Still interesting. Yeah, he was over with the crowd looking to see what happens next.
Yep, definitely. I mean, when he's also got an All-American background wrestling thing that he's doing. So I mean, you kind of saw the rest holds there, saw some wrestling techniques, but I don't know. That doesn't really. I don't know. Mafia wrestler doesn't really mesh that well because if you want to do mafia, you want to do like some smash mouth stuff, like stuff that's like gonna hurt, not gonna be like, okay, we're gonna take a rest hold like for 20 seconds while we figure out what else we're gonna do. But it'll probably work out. We'll see what else you can do.
100%, mate. Then we saw Mei Ying with Boa versus Indy Hartwell with Persia Pirotta. So, as I mentioned, Steph DeLander, or Persia now, coming out, being at ringside, it's an interesting two gimmicks to face each other, isn't it?
Yeah. It is like two gimmick. You mean like Mei Ying and Indy?
Yeah. Like it was a kind of like a contrast in style.
Yeah.
But you know what? I thought it was really entertaining. I liked, when he's getting in the ring, I miss you, sexy Dexy. I thought that was fucking hilarious, man. Like
that's great.
She's playing that like still to a T,
Oh, yeah.
which shows that there's still obviously something there in a storyline wise, with something to happen there. You know, I think as well, like I really hope that now we're starting to see this edgier storyline, that we're not going to see some like twisted fucking like angle between Indy and Persia, because that is just that's not going to be good for anybody.
No,
It's just not. But anyway, man, like the match in itself with Mei Ying and Indy, I thought it was a pretty enjoyable match. It was a good match. The only thing is they had Indy Hartwell going over. I think Indy Hartwell does deserve to go over.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that Mei Ying was not the opponent to put Indy over on.
Yeah. Like, I mean, that was only Mei Ying's second match.
Well, the thing is, they were building up steam, making her be this unbeatable type character, this unbeatable force, and then you have her like losing to Indy. Like Indy probably, you know, Indy could have gone over someone else, and you know, even give someone else like of credibility, like maybe put Indy versus, I don't know, like. I'm trying to think of a name here to throw out there, but you could have put Indy versus like a Frankie Monet, or you could have put Indy versus, you know, someone else that she could have gone over on and could have built something from that. But I feel like Mei Ying, who is a character which doesn't really speak, you know what I mean? Like, I think even then it should have just gone to a no contest, to be honest, because like, where do you go with Mei Ying now from here? Where do you go with Boa and Mei Ying from here?
Yeah, I mean, it looks silly, just like oh god, Boa losing to fucking forgot his name. Piers knows it. I know he knows it.
Daniel Vito is his shoot name, but his work name is Zima, not Zima. Ion, fuck.
That guy, sure.
Ion.
Yeah. Ion. We're gonna get.
We'll go with that.
Probably. Sure, why not? The guy that looks like Goldberg and Ken Shamrock had a baby. There.
Yeah.
But I mean, Boa came out looking really good against Drake, then loses to Shamrock Jr. And then you got Mei Ying losing to Indy. It's like, what do you do with these serious like characters, these monsters, so to speak?
I don't know, man. Like, I think that I don't think it killed the gimmick, but I think that they have to be careful moving forward with Mei Ying what they do next. To be honest. Then we saw Lash Legend backstage hyping up her show. You know, saw Tony D'Angelo come out and say she should have him on the show, etc. Yeah, I enjoyed this segments with her, man. She seems, bubbly. She seems entertaining. Yeah. I'd like to see what they do with her. I'd be really interested. I like that sort of talk show host, gimmick. I want to see what she can do in the ring, because ultimately that's what we tune in for every week is wrestling. We then see an interaction with Raquel Gonzalez, the NXT Women's Champion, with Toxic Attraction. Gigi Dolan and JC Jane, they shouldn't speak.
Fair enough.
Like, I think it makes more of a statement, them standing there and being like, because that's what they're going for, that bad girl sort of bully type of stable. Right. Have the mouthpieces Mandy Rose, because that's what they're basically building around, for Mandy Rose to be like that, the leader of that stable. Have them more silent, but like I said, man, they've got to cut promos sooner or later. But I just think in this time, I think the promos are a bit over the top, especially when it's three of them talking to Gonzalez. Like, it should just be between Mandy and her cutting that promo, I believe. They go to attack Gonzalez. Shirai and Stark come running out to even the odds and make the save.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts?
It was all right. I mean, okay, I mentioned this to Brad because me and him were talking during the show, and this is funny. Calm down, cancel culture. I was like, please don't let Gonzalez get in an altercation with that top on. Don't do that, because good Lord, something's gonna fly out. Like, don't do it. Like, I'm looking out for her there. I'm not like
100%, bro. 100%. Well, you're not saying I
because
hope it happens. You're saying you
no,
hope
no,
it
no,
doesn't
no.
happen. It's,
I was
you know,
bro. Brad was like, "I'll let it happen." I'm like, "No, Brad, no, bad Brad, bad intern, no."
bad intern, Brad.
But no, like, no, I was like, God, I hope that doesn't happen. But I mean, there's a nice little segment. I want to see Mandy Rose versus Gonzalez. I want to see it. Like, I want to see. I honestly want to see Mandy Rose go over Gonzalez.
Interesting comments, my friend. Interesting comments.
I mean, just saying.
Well, then we see Von Wagner going and telling Kyle O'Reilly that next week they're going to be tagging with each other against Ridge Holland and Pete Dunn. He's got no other choice to trust him. He's all he's got. Again, it was good because Kyle O'Reilly didn't speak. Von Wagner, I don't know. Like it just seemed like a little bit forced. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It just.
I mean, Kyle's not going to say nothing. Somebody's got to say something. I mean, you just can't be like nod, pat on back, and then fucking Kyle just looks emo-ish and puts the ice bag on his back.
Yeah, I mean, after that, dude, we saw Indy Hartwell and Persia, stating their claim of being in line for the NXT Championship, Tag Team Championships. Again, man, it's another team. They're making it interesting. I think that it's good to have the tag team champs on every episode, and they look like they're investing a bit of time into their tag team divisions, which is something that I enjoy. I enjoy a good tag team wrestling match. I think that can be done really well, and it can be done really poorly. And I think that I'd like to see Indy and Persia tag together because I haven't seen them tag in Australia, so I'd like to see them tag on NXT television. I think it'd be interesting to see. Think it may be a bit early for them to put titles on. But again, like with the NXT 2.0 change up, we're seeing a lot crazier shit happen, right?
Right. And honestly, I don't really see them winning the tag titles, but to each his own. I mean, if it happens, it happens.
100%, bro. Then we saw the Fatal 4-Way. Brooks, Jensen, and Josh Briggs versus MSK versus Grizzled Young Vets versus Camilo Hayes and Trick Williams. Thoughts? You take it away, Glenn. You break it down for the peeps.
Man, there's just a lot going on. Like they were changing this like at the beginning of it. It was supposed to be an 8-way tag, then it was a 4-way tag team championship match. Now it's like a fatal 4-way elimination, which I like it. I like the fatal 4-way elimination match. Both like a lot of people looked good in this. I mean, Trick, he actually had a decent showing, looked good. They were actually Carmelo and Trick were the first team out. Carmelo didn't get pinned though, so it kind of makes him look strong because he doesn't miss a shot. Blah, whatever. And then you had Briggs and Jensen, right? Briggs and Jensen.
Yep.
Briggs and Jensen. I actually like the look of these guys. It's like country boys smash. Yeah, I like it. Yeah. Like it's kind of like Trevor Murdoch, Lance Kane, just a little bit of throwback. Why I don't even sound like that, but anyways. But no, I mean they looked good. I mean you could see they need improvement. I mean, but they're kind of your brawler tag team, like kind of
exactly.
You kind of like I want to tell like kind of like APA. They were brawlers. But I mean, like again, that was their first match. Got to see what they could do. Grizzly Young Vets, fucking amazing, great tag team. I wish they would have just had a match with MSK personally. I mean, I think that would have been the better match. But
yeah,
they're probably just trying to showcase a lot more talent. I get it. I understand
it. Man. Absolutely.
But Grizzly Young Vets were the last team to get eliminated before they have the actual tag team. Then they had Jensen and what's his name?
Josh Briggs.
Briggs. I don't know what was on the tip of my tongue. Then you have MSK, Briggs and Jensen. Pretty much, it was there. It was the end of the match. Everybody was tired. MSK looked like they got the crap beat out of them. But at the end, MSK actually got the win. It was a roll up, a Hurricane Rana roll up at that.
Yep.
Which I'm like, okay, all right, that's how we're doing it. I mean, it made MSK look good. I mean, I honestly think they're an underdog tag team.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I get it, they're cool, but at the same time, a lot of people in the crowd were like, "Boo!" And I'm like, "Oh,
they were getting heat. They were getting heat.
yeah, oh yeah." Which I was like, "Damn, okay, all right." Well, they were faces for the longest time, and I know I get wrestling fans. I mean, me and Piers, we like who we like, we hate who we hate. If you like one person, we're probably going to hate that person. So, but you kind of see the fan interaction kind of going elsewhere, which that's fine. It happens. And then you had Imperium. Oh my God, I said it right. Piers.
Imperium.
It's a fucking miracle, Piers. No, but they came out, beat the crap out of MSK. They're probably going to have a match down the road. Briggs and Jensen tried to break it up. They were a little late. That was a little delayed. They were like watching it, like, get in there, boys. What are you doing? But they came in.
But that just shows they're either green or like there's a reason for
green,
the delay,
or they were just like, I don't give a shit. Oh, let's help them. Okay, cool, whatever. Go in, help them. A little too late and all that. MSK, Imperium, probably going to happen. Maybe happen on Halloween Havoc. We'll see.
That'd be a pretty decent match.
It would be.
Saying that again.
Yeah, it would be. It would be a damn good match, and I wouldn't be surprised if Imperium went over. Just saying.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. But Glenn, that was NXT for the week. What were your thoughts? Did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it. It was good. It was actually nice just to watch and not write all the time, because I was like, man, I like tend to forget half the things when I write down shit, or like I'm focusing on multimedia.
Yeah. Multimedia.
Yeah, why not? Fuck it. Multimedia. That makes more sense, because I'm like working on the phone all the time. But like it was decent. Like you said, a lot of promos. They should have cut it up a little bit, but storylines and trying to do things and trying to showcase a lot of people. I get it. I understand it, but not bad. Not bad NXT.
Yeah, I wasn't too disappointed with it myself. I thought there's definitely some walkaway points that they could probably do some improvements. Again, Mei Ying, being beaten. Again, Indy deserved to go over. I just think that different performer should have been doing the job that night than Mei Ying, just for a character standpoint, in my eyes. But Glenn, that's it for the evening. Why don't we tell everyone about some of those lovely sponsors that help keep the lights on in these fucking times?
All right, here we go.
First up, healthvape.com, which is your healthy vaping alternative, your experience. Check out healthvape.com. Use promo code MWAPOD to get a 10% discount on your final purchase, guys. Check them out.
And then we have sleeps.com, where they have dirty boxers, headbands, armbands, everything that your athlete needs that is in your life. They have it. We also have a code MWAPOD. You get a 10% discount when you check out. Go check them out, boys and girls. Sleeps.com.
Absolutely, man. And while you guys are at it as well, check out our merch store at storefrontier.com/MWA World. And also check out our brand new website. Stay up to date with all the latest MWA Podcast Network, pro wrestling news, our shows when they're going live, upcoming shows, etc. Go and check it out, guys. You will not be disappointed. And we appreciate all the support that we get from all of you. So make sure you check us out on all of your podcast platforms. Wherever you get your podcasts, search MWA Podcast Network, and you get 7 shows a week for free. So make sure you check out those. Check us out on YouTube, MWA Podcast Network, and on Twitch, twitch.tv/MWA Whoa. But anyway, Glenn, it's time to ride off in the sunset. What do you got planned for the day, buddy?
Do some stuff around the house, get some videos out on the multimedia.
The multimedia.
The multimedia? No, social media. There we go. But they missed their shot with that. They could have called it multimedia. You stupid bastards. Just kidding.
Oh, there you go. But guys, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. And guys, stay tuned because later today, it is going to be Wrestling with Sports with Boogaloo, Lowrider, and King Mega. So make sure you tune in at 8 p.m. USA Eastern, which is 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, baby. But until then, guys, peace out from your boys, the one-ton sex machine, and the bald, the beard, the beautiful dad bod god himself, Piers, motherfucking Austin. Peace.